Hello, it's Christine here. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy that you visited, because I share videos all about positive parenting, how we can raise happy and confident children, because I'm a confidence coach, and also how to have a very positive breastfeeding experience, as I offer breastfeeding tips as well. I've started to do that more recently as a breastfeeding peer support worker. So if you're new and you are keen on learning more about these topics of parenting, then do subscribe, share some love, and leave a thumbs up if you like this video, because in this video we are going to explore the myth of creating bad habits with our children, and why attachment parenting, bonding parenting, responding to our baby's needs are actually very, very good for our baby's development. Hey, so I'm excited about this topic because I'm so passionate about how it is that we can raise happy and confident children throughout our parenting journeys. So essentially there's this myth going around, or in our society there's this kind of belief system that if we are to respond to our baby's needs, if we are to, for example, co-sleep, or allow them to be on us all the time, hold them all the time, pick them up when they cry, respond to their needs on a day-to-day basis, or have them sleeping with us up until they're 2-3 years old, that it will have it will create these negative habits when they're older, and it will be hard to get them to sleep in their own room, or they're going to become very needy. There's this kind of fear in society, this myth going around that if we are too attentive essentially to our children, they're going to grow up and be very dependent on us and make our lives harder as they get older, when actually the opposite is what could happen, and it couldn't be further from the truth. And this myth, this idea that we have, this belief system that we have in society about this topic, stems generally from our old great grandparents, who had this idea that when you raise your children, you need to raise them to be independent, you need to raise them to make sure they're not needy, you need to give them a bit of tough love so that they grow up to be independent. And so they weren't really as so glued up into the benefits of breastfeeding, the benefits of responding to your baby's needs on a timely manner, etc., and the importance of bonding with your baby, and how it has a positive impact on their mental well-being, their physical well-being as they get older. So that's just kind of been passed on over the years. But now fortunately there's more of a growing trend into the benefits of what I call attachment parenting, or positive parenting, where we do actually respond to our baby's needs, where we do promote co-sleeping, or we do promote breastfeeding where possible, or bonding with your child, whether you're bottle feeding or breastfeeding. So that's becoming more of a positive trend now, slowly, as parents are starting to realize that through literature, supported by literature, that when we do respond to our baby's needs and we focus on bonding with our baby, they actually grow up to be a lot more independent. So I was actually in a Zoom call before this morning, before I did this video, and I was inspired to do this video afterwards, because I was helping to run a breastfeeding clinic on Zoom. And one of the mums was saying, okay, she was worried that she was going to create these negative habits with her baby, who was only about 3 weeks old, because she was starting to get into co-sleeping, and it was starting to get a bit demanding for her, because the baby was cluster feeding, and she was worried that if she keeps responding to his needs, that he could grow up to become, it could create these negative habits as he gets a bit bigger. And myself and other lactation specialists and consultants were basically helping to reassure her, as well as other mums, that it's actually beneficial to them, that there's a lot of literature out there that supports the fact that when we do respond to our baby's needs, their demands and their cues, that they do actually grow up to become a lot more secure within themselves, more independent. And I can definitely vouch for this, because my child, I've got a baby right here who's breastfeeding, and also my child who's 2.5 years old, I did the whole thing. I did the whole co-sleeping, breastfeeding on demand. I held her in a sling. She didn't even touch her buggy until she was about 6-7 months old, maybe even 8 months old. I was able to, me and my husband were able to just carry her. And now she's 2.5. Obviously we still implement So I really hope that helps. I hope that gives you some reassurance that you're doing a great job if you're already responding to your baby's needs, if you're already doing the co-sleeping. You know, it lasts such a short amount of time. Before you know it, your toddler, your baby's not going to want to be around you. It's going to want to explore the world. And I remember thinking about that yesterday. I was just ruminating over how fast my toddler's grown up now, and that she still needs us very much, but I just miss those little hugs and cuddles and that you can have with your newborn. So now I'm really focusing on enjoying my time with my baby now, my second, because I know he's going to grow so fast. He's already grown so fast already. You know, I had him in January, we're March now. He's going to be 8 weeks. Like, our babies grow so fast, and before you know it, they're going to be running their own lives and they're not going to need us as much. We won't be parenting as much. So I know it can be very demanding, it could be tiring, just raising a baby, you know, regardless. But I have noticed that when I do respond to his needs, when I am attentive, when I am implementing positive parenting styles, it makes my life easier. Because, you know, let me give you one simple example. When I know my baby is about to have a crying fit because he wants to feed, I get to him a lot quicker, where he's just kind of moaning and wincing a little bit, and then there's just calm. Whereas if I wasn't implementing the attachment parenting style, maybe I would have implemented one of those detaching parenting styles, where I would let him cry and hopefully he won't want to feed as much because he realizes that I won't feed him every time. But that would just stress me out. I'm going to probably feel more anxious to letting him cry. He's going to be anxious. You have a screaming baby in the house. Who wants that? But when I attend to him straight away, where possible, when he's giving me his feeding cue, we're both just relaxed, and I feel like it just overall makes my parenting journey a little bit easier. So leave a comment below if you've got any questions about this style of parenting. Let me know how you do your attachment parenting, or whether you want to do this as well. There's going to be more videos on this. If you've got any questions, do share them. And it takes a village to raise a baby, so we're in this together. Do subscribe so that we can share all our experiences, our journeys together, and let me know if there's any other topics you want me to share. Let me know and I'll create the videos for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you really, really soon. Mwah! Happy parenting!